Today I have with me Christy Monteiro Renewal Package, the Tekken Bishojo statue from Kotobukiya. Now, I've had this for a few months now. I think it was released sometime mid to late last year, and now that I'm cleaning up my house, it's time to open up stuff, because I need to get rid of boxes and stuff. Pretty much bring them to my mom and dad's place, so we have space in this house. So the very first Tekken I ever played was Tekken 3, and my main character in that game was Eddie Gordo, the dance-fighting Brazilian capoeira guy, and pretty much I just bashed buttons until the other guy died with all the flippy dance fighting that he did. Eventually I actually got good with him and learnt like his major combos, and it was pretty good. And then after that it was Tekken Tag Tournament, where I also played a lot of Eddie, but then slowly moved on to Ling Xiaoyu as my main. But then I never played Tekken 4. So when I did get back into Tekken, it was Tekken 5, but then Eddie wasn't there, instead replaced with Christy Monteiro. But she had pretty much his same moveset, except she was a different character model and different voice, whatever, a different character essentially, but same moves. But it was almost like a new character, and I learned to love playing as Christy, or Eddie, whatever the moveset is, the capoeira moveset, all over again. Anyway, I've wasted enough time, as I always do. Let's look at the box. So at the front, we have the art, we have the name, we have the model, which is not always there, but this is a renewal package. So it's there saying renewal package. We got the Bishojo stamp. We've got Tekken Bishojo statue. This is from Tekken Tag 2 tournament. So I've never actually played much of Tekken Tag 2. I've bought it, but I never really played it. This was around the start of the time when I started buying games and not playing them very much, maybe like an hour at most. Anyway, Kotobukiya, little logo up here. That's the front. The whole box is black, so essentially I've noticed with Tekken, and I think Street Fighter as well, they come in black boxes. So comic book properties come with the white box, fighting games seem to come in the black box. Tell me if I'm wrong, please. I don't mind. I know I'm always wrong about a lot of things. So on the side, we have a bit more of the art, and then the whole blurb that they have on a lot of these Kotobukiya boxes. We've got this nice fiery orangey red strip here. It's a nice accent to the whole box, I think. Top, yep, not much to say around here. Art, title, it's just a variation on the front. Then we have the full art on this side. I always like the full art right there. It's very nice. I wish I could draw like that. I cannot. I can only draw really cutesy characters, that's it. And then on the back, which is just the photos. So this is not one of the more interesting ones. The Horror Bishojo statues seem to have the most interesting boxes. I also like the My Little Pony series of Bishojo boxes. This is very standard packaging for other properties. So since that's the case, let's just open it up then. So just a quick one, if you look inside here, you see that the background is sort of like a fiery, almost, it's got a sort of pixely grid texture on top of it. Sort of like what you'd see on a get ready screen when like they show you the two profile pics of each of the fighters in the next round. And yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, nice little touch there. The black and the orange really go well together, I feel. Orange gives it a bit of pop, yeah. So here she is, Christy Monteiro. I'm a Christy Monteiro. I'm going to do some breakdancing and kick you in the face. Yeah, that's my impression of her. Anyway, it's quite a nice figure. It's screwed in right here through the base plate. I very much like when they are. Quite a lot of like little unexpected details. Let's just go over them, shall we? So start off with the face. It's very anime. A lot more anime than the actual character model. But that's what you should expect when you get a Bishojo statue. There is her halter top, barely holding in her boobs. Very, very risque there. You can see there she's got little flaming tassels on her wrists. I like the bit of transparency they have on that. Gives it a sort of more fiery look. I like these things here. It's sort of, I think these it could be metal in there. I'm not sure, but this is almost like real. It's got like a very real ropey kind of texture. You can see it's quite bouncy there, so it's not solid plastic. Quite nice indeed. I like, if you can see, there's like shading, toning on the. It's a very subtle toning on her musculature, which is a very nice effect here. I also like sort of the sculpt itself. It's not like completely flat. There's a little bit of like skin sort of where the belt kind of presses in at her waist here. So it's quite detailed and giving that sort of fleshy feel to the body. I'm not sure if that sounds weird or whatever. Anyway, let's move down. We've got her pants. Got a nice scaly texture here on her leg. Right there. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, focus. A nice scaly texture right there on her legs right there. On the pants. Shiny as well. A nice silver paint. Let's just look at the back again. I think I skipped over that before. So we've got like a little butterfly brooch up there. A few more little jewels hanging off there. There's her belt, her little ropey belt. And her butt. Yep. Right there. She's a human being and she has a butt. Get over it. Yeah. And yeah, you can see the little bit of sort of, I dare I say fat sort of being compressed right there, as mentioned earlier. The leg actually goes pretty far up into that leg pant. They didn't really need to do that, but that's a really nice touch right there. And then her feet, if you're into that kind of thing, Mr. Tarantino. Yeah, not much else to say about feet. So yeah, on the whole, this is an unexpectedly detailed figure. I'm finding a lot of details on this that I don't really see on the other figures that I quite like. As mentioned earlier, the sort of compression of the flesh at certain parts, the very, very subtle like toning on the musculature, ropey belt thing here. Yeah, it's all very, very well done. Oh, forgot to look at her hair as well. The hair's got a bit of like transparency on the tips as well, so it's got a little bit of highlights there. That's a very nice touch. I always like when there are strands of hair just flowing out all over the place, like wind is blowing through it. So there it is. That's pretty much the figure. But we also get some slips to put in the base plate. So with the Street Fighter Bishoujo statues that I've got, we got 2 slips to put into the base plate. But with this one, we've got a third right here, which has, it says Tekken Project, and it's got signature, I assume, of the artist right there. But along with those, we have the Tekken Tag logo with the illustrated art by Shunya Yamashita, presumably, and just the Tekken Tag 2 logo right there. So I tend to always like the one with the character art as well, and I'm most definitely going to be putting this one. But they're all pretty nice. It's nice to have a few options there. Not that I'm ever going to use these two, but it's always nice to have extras. Anyway, I'm going to be putting this one in there right now. And we're going to have a nice panning look over of the figure, because that's what I do in my videos. Let's do it. So there you have it, Christy Monteiro from Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and presumably other Tekken games. Not presumably, she's in there. What a great figure. I really like this one. I think of all my fighter-based Bishoujo statues, this probably ranks at least top 2, if not top number 1. with her dynamic capoeira pose. You know, I've always had a problem with dance fighting when it's called dance fighting. Like in Jumanji, when whatever Karen Gillan's character is said to do dance fighting, she's not dance fighting. Like in the first movie, in the first Jumanji reboot movie, she dances a little bit and then she beats the guys up. In the second one, they just play the music while she's beating people up. That's not dance fighting. This is not dance fighting. This is dance fighting. This is not dance fighting. This is dance fighting. See, those other examples got it right. Anyway, enough about that. Thank you for watching my video on Christy Monteiro. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe me. If you do, it's encouragement for me to do more. If you don't, then I'll just give up this whole thing. But it doesn't really matter because I'm not even monetizing my videos anyway. Anyway, that's it from me. Have a good isolation, or hopefully you're watching this when we're out of isolation. Yep. Yeah. Oh, right, a song. Ooh, baby, I love the way every day. Oh, I wanna tell you I love the way. That's the song in Jumanji that Karen Gillan dance fights to. Yeah. Christy does it better. Yep, that's it. Bye.